Hey guys, I'm Chase Brogan, and when most people think about mini PCs, they usually think about something that's great for web browsing, office work, maybe even streaming videos, but definitely not serious gaming. Well, today that might actually change, because we're diving into the BOSGAME VTA 439 mini PC, powered by AMD Ryzen's AI9HX 470 processor. Under the hood, you're getting a 12-core, 24-thread CPU that can boost to speeds up to 5.2 GHz. We have AMD's Radeon 890M integrated graphics and an impressive 86 TOPS of AI performance, including a dedicated 55 TOPS NPU for AI workloads. Now, on paper, that's one of the most powerful mini PCs that we've seen, promising enough horsepower for everything from content creation and AI applications to modern-day AAA gaming. So the big question here is, can this mini PC actually handle gaming, and more specifically, can it handle modern AAA games? Today we're going to take a look at the layout and design of this product. We'll see what ports are offered on here, and we'll put it through a series of gaming tests and see exactly what it's capable of. By the end of this video, you'll know whether the BOSGAME VTA 439 is just another mini PC or a legitimate gaming machine that's actually worth buying. So let's dive into it. Alright guys, here is the actual mini PC itself. Now I've already opened this all up, but we do get a power supply cable with this as well as an HDMI cable. That's it. There's no mounting brackets or anything like that included. But what's really cool is this could be used as a vertical tower sort of mini PC or laid flat on a desk like this. We've got 4 rubber feet in each of the 4 corners there that latch this in place and make it really hard to actually slide it around. So it does grip the surface of the desk very nicely, which is just good because it's safe and secure. Now, before we start diving into the ports, I do want to show you guys that this is a very nice, compact, and sleek mini PC design. I love the fact that we have a lot of ventilation too. You can see there's ventilation across the top, across the edging over here, across both sides, and even on the bottom side and the back side here. So let's dive into some of the ports. You can see all the way over here we have our orange power button, so we'll hit that in order to power this on once it's plugged into the power supply, of course. We have a regular USB-A 2 port right over here. This is going to be good for just plugging in like a keyboard or a mouse. I wouldn't use that for hard drives or SSDs because if you go over here, we have 2 USB 3 ports here. They still offer that same USB-A connection, but they're going to be more powerful and just more reliable for connecting over game drives, controllers, stuff like that. You could plug in your webcam to these. You could plug in your microphone if you're doing like podcasts or content creation. Those are great options. We also have a USB 4 Type-C port right next to it, which we're seeing more and more things run off of Type-C ports, so I think that makes perfect sense. We also have, for easy access, an audio jack cable connection over here, so plug in headphones if you want to, microphone, etc. Now if we flip this all the way over to the back side, because there's nothing but ventilation on both sides here. If we take a look at the back side though, we have 2 Ethernet ports located right over here. We also have another USB 3 port, regular USB 2 port right below that. We also have a couple different options over here. First off, we have our OcuLink port, and this is pre-installed, ready to go. A lot of mini PCs offer OcuLink now, but you have to install that yourself. Not the case with this unit. It's pre-installed, ready to be used as soon as you take this out of the box. We also have another USB 4 Type-C port right over here. We have a display port, and we also have an HDMI port, so we get multiple display capabilities thanks to all of these. And then of course we have that USB-C port up here in the front as well. So lots of different options. If you want to use this as, a workstation, you can get multiple displays up and running on here. We're going to be using this for gaming today, where you don't really need to have multiple display options unless you're streaming. I suppose you could definitely integrate multiple displays if you're doing that, but we also have a audio jack connection on the back side as well. Another great way to bring a headset into the mix. And then we have our DC power supply cable connection right here. So I already have our power cable plugged into an outlet. We're going to plug that in right there. I'm also going to bring my HDMI cable into the mix here. We'll go ahead and plug that in right here. We'll fire this up. We're going to test out a bunch of different games on here. Now before we test everything out, I do want to flip this over and show you guys the underside right here. Now what I love about the layout and design of this is we don't have to remove the 4 rubber feet on here to access screws to open everything up. There's a back panel right here which you can clearly see, and there's one Phillips head screw that locks everything in place. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. And then we'll pry this up very carefully. Now always be careful because there's usually going to be a cooling fan cable connection in here, and I can tell that there is one. If we could peek underneath here, you can see that there is a cable right there that we can simply lift up. It pops right out. And that's because the cooling fan is located right within here with that cable. So once we remove that, we have full access to our RAM as well as our storage capacity over here, which can be greatly expanded upon. We have a 1 TB SSD installed within here running Windows 11, but there's 2 open slots right next to it. So you can expand upon this considerably by adding 2 additional SSDs if you wanted to. So really easy to open everything up as you saw. When it comes time to reinstall this, what you're going to do is just simply line up that cable connection. It is close quarters here, so you do have to kind of sneak it in underneath there. Once you do, though, you should be able to just firmly press it into place. It'll click in place. There we go. We've got that locked in. You can see locked in place. Don't pull on this or anything like that. And then you're going to just click that into place, drop the screw in there, tighten it up, and you are good to go. So we'll re-secure this in place just so nothing shifts around. And now we're going to flip this over, and we're going to test out a bunch of different games on here.
First place! What an elegant weapon.
Enemy shields down.
Round 1. Fight. KO. Round 2. Fight.
Escape will only be possible with the primary weapon. Choose now. There's the ship. It will require power. Activate it.
Stop touching me, you... What? Are my senses deceiving me? Operator, is that you?
Reinforcements are here. Ship Cephalon, we require immediate extraction.
The operator is in danger? I will need a few moments to cycle the engines.
Alright guys, we jumped into this mini PC right here, which, man, absolute powerhouse for gaming, but more specifically, AAA gaming. And when I looked at the specs here, I thought, okay, this is a powerhouse mini PC right here. I have no doubt it's going to handle some AAA games, but I thought that it would be, a little bit more hit or miss than it actually was. This was more hit than miss across the board. So really blown away by this. I love the processor. This particular processor is, again, a powerhouse, but paired with 32 gigabytes of RAM, plus, of course, the AMD Radeon graphics here, we got a great experience. So before I talk about that performance, let's talk about the layout of the actual mini PC. We toured through everything it has to offer, from opening it up internally and seeing what the storage capacity options are, how you could actually upgrade this to get a lot more storage out of it. We also went through the entire design. We looked at the airflow, great ventilation, and after using this for AAA gaming for about 4 hours today, this is cool to the touch. I mean, it feels like this hasn't been powered on for a couple days, and I've been using this for the last couple hours. So amazing airflow, great cooling built into this, great ability to expand upon your storage capacity, but also I want to talk about the ports that are on here. We toured through all the ports. You guys already know what this offers, but the fact that we have the Oculink, it's pre-installed, ready to go. You don't have to do anything there. And we also have the display port, the HDMI port, and the USB 4 Type-C port on the back side, plus USB-A ports and another Type-C in the front there. I mean, this has everything that you need for gaming. I'm always using wired controllers when using things at my desk here. I'll go wireless if I'm console gaming, but for PC gaming, wired cables, always the way to go because there's zero latency there. If you have wireless and you're, a distance away, there's a slight latency. Not the case here, and I love having those USB-A ports to accommodate wired controllers. So great layout, design, all that good stuff. Very well made as well, and a very sleek sort of mini PC considering the power that it offers and the capabilities it offers. Now let's talk about gaming. I jumped into some retro titles just to kind of ease into things today. No issues with anything there. PS3, Xbox, Xbox 360, classic arcade, of course, Super Nintendo, of course, N64, Dreamcast, all that stuff. There's no shortcomings there. And we saw that because we got into AAA gaming, and even AAA gaming was top-notch. We jumped into Delta Force, we jumped into Warframe. These are AAA titles that are live games. They are demanding graphically, maybe not super demanding, but they definitely are demanding on especially a mini PC like this, and I really didn't experience any issues there. Now, we jumped into Call of Duty as well. We jumped into Halo. I jumped into Fortnite on here. Great experience across the board. No shortcomings there. I didn't even have to go into the settings and downgrade the graphics. I just went into everything stock and I had a very good experience. So in terms of mini PC AAA gaming, to me, honestly, this is better than some of the other options that I've tested out in the past where, I've said, hey, you can get into AAA gaming on here, but it's not really what I think this is geared towards. This right here is actually geared towards this. Now, is this a super cheap mini PC? No, this is definitely pretty expensive. This is around $1,000, give or take. Prices do fluctuate, so I always hate mentioning prices in my videos because I do a video, it's $1,000, and then next thing you know, it comes out, it's $850, or the other way around. Prices are just fluctuating like crazy these days because a lot of the components that are used in them are hard to find, or there's, you know, obviously some limitations to sourcing them. So that fluctuates the prices. But for around $1,000 here, the performance that you get being able to get into AAA gaming and get into it well, honestly, it's worth it here. Now, you don't have to use this solely for that. You can use this for watching movies, for editing content, for doing just about anything with AI, because AI is becoming massive these days, and it is pretty demanding depending on what you're using AI for. This can handle all of that. I focus on gaming in my videos, so that was the main, the main focus for this video. I wanted to see what it could handle for AAA gaming, how the performance was, etc. But for video editing, this will have your back 100%. If you want to watch Netflix on here, you want to watch movies on here, you want to stream off of this, it can do all of that and so much more. So, huge fan of this product. It's been a while since I've thought that a mini PC was absolutely phenomenal, but this one right here blew me away today. So to learn more about the BOSGAME VTA 439 mini PC, click the link in the description of this video. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to hit subscribe to stay in the loop for all future videos right here on the Chase Brogan YouTube channel. But of course, click the link, learn more about this product. And if this is maybe just a little bit more advanced than what you're looking for, definitely check out BOSGAME, because I've been actually using their mini PCs for a number of years now. It's been about 3 years since I first got introduced to them. I actually have them in my modded Arcade 1-Up arcade cabinets, because you can get some really inexpensive options if you just want retro gaming. But for AAA gaming, this is definitely the way to go. Check it out, and I'll see you guys on the next video.